You know, it's funny sometimes, and I've been guilty of this myself. There's bodies of water that people don't fish because they think it's too small or it's too busy. There can't possibly be good bass fishing there. We're on one of those bodies of water today. I actually grew up 10 minutes from this place, and I fished it one time, and that was years and years ago. And I've never really kayak fished it. I've only really fished from the bank. So today we're doing a video about fishing a small lake, and we're also going to be talking about how I break down a new body of water. So that's the plan for today. We're gonna go around, we're gonna fish some docks, we're gonna fish this whole area, and we're gonna find out if there's actually bass here. There you go, guys. Got them free. Gonna let them back. Just sitting here working the shoreline, just working the color line. If you aren't familiar with what that means, when there's overhanging branches or there's a hillside or anything that casts a shadow on the water, there'll be the color line where the shadow meets the light part of the lake. And a lot of times the bass will use that as cover. They hide in the shadowy area waiting for their prey to swim through. So it's something that works really, really good when you're finesse fishing. You just kind of cast up against that shoreline, but you find the color line that's further out, because those fish aren't going to be in 1-2 feet of water right now. Water temperatures are too high for that, but they will be in the 6, 8, and in this case 15 feet of water. But because of that color line, it acts like a secondary shoreline. So that's what I usually try to do, is pick apart that type of area first and then work my way out deeper after, because a lot of times those bass will still be hanging out in those areas. I won't flip you, but that's okay. There's another one. Good sized fish. That might be a smallmouth. That is a smallmouth. Oh shit. I didn't know there was smallmouth in here. I did not know there was smallmouth in here, but that's a decent sized fish. Again, on the Helamite. So pretty impressed with this bait so far. I'm definitely getting a lot of hits, catching a lot of fish. Not sure how well you guys can hear me with the wind, but so far I'm pretty impressed. Fresh baits. So after picking up that one fish, I decided to switch things up. We're actually going to use a chatterbait. We're going to use a little bit more moving baits because the wind picked up. I think that's going to be the big deal right now, is that the wind is supposed to get worse as the day goes on. There's actually a forecasted thunderstorm. I'm not sure if you guys are following the news at all in the month of July. To be honest, I'm not sure when this video is going to release, but in the month of July, Vermont got flooded pretty heavily. And that storm is still here. This is 2 days after that storm hit. And ultimately, this is the aftermath of that storm. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to fish some bodies of water that were not affected by the storm, but also that benefited from the rain cooling off the water temps a little bit, because even after 8 inches of rain, the water here is still 81 degrees. So I'm thinking that the fish may still be shallow to an extent, but I might have to go deeper later, because I have a feeling some of those fish did pull out to the cooler water. Yeah! Hell yeah, guys. That was another fish on the Helamite, man. I'm telling you, this bait's impressive. A little bit bigger. I wasn't aware that there was good sized smallmouth in here. That's really cool. Hey man, listen. Listen, bro. Right there, guys. Check that smallmouth out. Another one on the Ned rig. Another little guy. Nice little smallmouth, guys. Ooh, that was a fish head right there. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna have to do a quick outro and start pedaling my butt off. That thunderstorm that I was hoping wouldn't hit, I'm pretty sure it's coming. I can hear pretty consistent rumbling off in the distance. I thought maybe it was an airplane. It's not an airplane. Thunder kinda loud enough that I can start to feel the vibration of it. So, you know, plastic boat, electricity, not my thing. So I'm going to end the video right here. I want to thank you guys for coming along with me. I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I know I wasn't doing a lot of talking throughout the video. I do apologize. Unfortunately, the wind picked up too much to really get any quality audio. But I do want to quick summarize while I'm fishing my way out. When you fish a new body of water, what I recommend is start simple. Start with the Ned rig, wacky rig, or weightless Texas rig. Work your way along the shoreline. Make sure that you take your time picking apart structure, especially in the dog days of summer when those fish are gonna just hunker down, especially when there's a storm coming. Ultimately, take your time with a new body of water, work through, fish the docks, fish the laydowns, fish the structure, and then go out deep, use a lipless and other styles of baits. I've done other videos, I'll actually tag it up here, called Eliminate Water, which will talk a little bit more about these topics in depth. Again, I apologize. I fully intended to break this whole place down for you and talk my way through it, but I've been kind of rushing the storm, trying to beat the storm and get back to shore before it hits, and the wind was just kind of nasty earlier, and I wasn't going to be able to make anything that didn't sound like me blowing into a microphone the entire time. So I want to thank you guys again for coming along with me. If you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and as always, let's get out there and catch more fish. GoPro, stop recording.